Yesterday we talked about the cissus vine being an invasive. This is another invasive. This is the pepper tree. And I'll tell you, it can really take over. Now, in the winter, this is a beautiful, beautiful tree because it fills with berries. And they are thick like holly berries. But those berries each are a seed. And when these seeds are spread by the birds, they can really become a nuisance. These little minute flowers that you see here are all over this tree. Each one will produce a berry, and these berries will be eaten by the birds. Right now the tree is full of bees. It's not really a tree, it's a bush. It doesn't have a main trunk that just a single trunk. It has a multi layers of trunk. And once it's planted, it will spread like everything just from these berries. Cutting on the pepper tree only seems to make things worse. Here, this is along my road in front of my property. When the highway department comes through to clear the ditches, they turn their blades sideways and they chop these trees back. That only seems to make them grow even more. Now they produce more and more flowers. And the more flowers they produce, the more berries they produce. I want to take you on a trail here where we used to be able to take the mower on down through this trail, clean it all up. Can't do it anymore. Pepper tree has completely taken it over. Alice and I are going to clean up that tree today so I can get the mower back down here where I need to mow. Anyway, follow me down here and I'm going to show you this pepper tree and you'll see why it becomes a nuisance. Now it's getting dark and the filming might not be real good, but this over on the side here is the pepper tree. This is the trunk. This is after it's been cut back a bit. Let me show you this one over here, however. Now here is the trunk of the pepper tree. Grows up. And you can see where we've been hacking on this thing to try to keep it in place. But it's very difficult to keep it back because it completely drops new ones again. Right there you can see a few of the little peppers. This pepper tree, it leans on over with the weight of the branches and it gets into everything else on the sides and it lays down on things. It becomes really a nuisance. Now let's go a little bit deeper into this mess and I can show you how awful this thing gets here with all the tangled up branches coming down, and they come way down towards the ground, making it difficult to get through here. And again, off in the distance. This thing is probably 20 foot from the trunk where those branches are. Okay, now I want to take you down through this path. We have fruit trees on the other side, but we can't even get to them anymore because this path is blocked. You poke an eye out in this place. Anyway, I'm going to go through there. You'll see how tall this is. So you just keep on watching. And besides, there is cissus vine dropping in here, which even makes it more difficult. That I cannot get a mower through. And now I stand on the other side and I am covered with ceasus vine, the other invasive. Now I'm going to take you through another area. This is a different trail, and this one I've been keeping quite hacked back. But let me just show you here where we have to trim all the time in order to keep this tree behaving. This is all pepper tree off to the left. This has to be trimmed about every 2 to 3 weeks, just to keep the paths open. Anyway, this is the pepper tree. If you want one of these in your yard, you'll pay the price.